Growth therapy. Hi guys, it's me, Stephanie Megan, your host of Growth Therapy. And I have the motherfucking Rachel.
I'm back.
You're back, bitches.
Hi. I'm so glad to be back.
Last time you were here, we were so fucking drunk.
We stirred the pot all the way up.
We did. She was in the ghost stories episode, you guys. And first off, I want to apologize because there was so many fucking beeps. I got a lot of complaints.
Yeah, but don't apologize for anything.
Oh yeah, okay. I shouldn't apologize, but it did hurt people's ears.
It did. If we could have kept it the same.
Yes, because that motherfucker was offended. But this is not about him. We've
just a
moved on.
Boy, just another one.
Just another one. One of them motherfuckers.
Just used to them all being butthurt.
But I have you back on. I feel like you're the perfect person to talk about this with.
I was so honored. When you sent me that text, I was like, oh,
I'm
so glad you thought of me.
Because prior to the last episode, we were just hanging out, getting to know each other because we just met each other that day. You were telling me so many stories and I was like, I feel like this girl knows exactly what she wants, and she's explored and she's had her fun.
Yes, I have.
Yeah. So I want to talk about our expectations in bed.
Yes.
Because you and I are both experienced. Mm-hmm. And although I've recycled the same dudes and but whatever. we're grown women. We've had experience. And so we know what we like and we don't like in bed.
Yes. I think it's really important to we were just talking about this, how especially I think at any age, I always say that at a young age or the age that I'm at now, it's important to explore, and as we call it, the hoe phase or whatever. Right. But fuck age, doesn't matter when you do it. As long as, I don't know. And I know it's not for everyone, and I'm not saying go out there and just sleep with a bunch of dudes. Hoe phase to me means being yourself, doing your thing, and
doing what you want is the most important. Don't just be a hoe just because you feel like you want to be a hoe.
Right.
Be a hoe because you actually want to have sex, you want to explore.
Right.
That's the best part of being a hoe, is the fact that you're having fun.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. I think that when you grow up and you don't experience these kinds of things, and it doesn't even have to be the same specific experiences that everyone else has in their quote unquote hoe phase. Right. But a hoe phase to someone could just be traveling. I don't know, meeting people. Yeah. A hoe phase could be just grabbing drinks with a bunch of people. Just putting yourself out there.
Exactly.
Because say you meet someone, I don't know, you hit it off and then you get married and you have kids and you don't experience those things. I just have this feeling that's where regret comes in and resentment.
Yes. I always feel I could be wrong, but I always assume that if you don't have that hoe phase before you settle down, how are you I feel like everyone needs that moment to just fucking explore and let loose and not give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you settle down, it's if anything, you appreciate that person more. And you're experienced in bed.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, no, I 100%. It's I don't know. I don't know how things would be able to work without.
Right. My dog. I'm sorry, guys. Rocky wants to be a part of this. I should get him a mic.
Rocky wants to talk about his expectations in bed.
Yeah. Hold on. So yeah, you're in a relationship now.
Yes. Hoe phase, R.I.P.
Well, you could still be a hoe in a relationship.
Still a hoe, for sure.
Yeah, but you're gonna be a hoe for one person.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. I think the whole hoe phase is a funny thing, a funny expression to just describe someone being truly themselves, and no explanation about I still do what I want, Right. That's the beauty of, I really am very happy right now. And I think that we balance each other really well with still being ourselves. Right. But obviously caring for each other. Right. But I'll say we both know, I had a huge hoe phase and he was a man hoe. We joke about both of our hoe phases all the time. And
that's great. That's goals for me.
Totally goals. And I think that's the way to do it too. Just, we have mutual friends. That's how we met. And both of our friend groups know how hoey we were.
It's not a secret, but that's what makes a great relationship.
Right.
It's you're able to admit who you were before, but all that matters is who you are now.
Right. Exactly. It's just I feel I got it out of my system. And obviously whenever I'm in a relationship, I would never stray or do any hoe things. But it it's definitely comforting in a way to just feel like, okay, that's done with. Like, I don't hold on to any like resentment or like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. Right. But both of us are really good at like giving each other, I don't know, individually.
Yeah. So
like,
since
space.
You guys were both hoes and you've been through all these different people in your lives before you guys matched up, like, so what are some things that you like in bed?
I feel like, okay.
You got your notes.
I do.
And she broke out therapy, like underlines and everything.
I'm such a mom. Like,
I don't even have my notes. I'm just
I like bullet point and then on the back in pen, so it wasn't as bold as the Sharpie. I did like sub notes.
I love that. You prepped. You prepped.
I don't.
Okay, so what are some things that are on your list?
I don't know. Like, some of these are kind of deep.
No, that's fine. It's vocal therapy.
Yeah,
like, we should have funny ones and some deep ones.
Well,
I'm okay with all of it.
It was like the theme of this one really had me thinking, because expectations is such an interesting word that I think we should actually break down. Because where do expectations come from? Like, I think one of the bullet points on here I put was, should our expectations for the bedroom be set high and then only settle for that like high bar?
Right. Or
should it be set low or have no expectations?
I mean, I think there's a difference between expectations and standards.
Okay, that's great. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you could have
very true.
Low expectations but high standards.
Right.
Like, I feel like that's what I have. Like, with Bobby, the one that I'm talking to right now, like, I have no expectations, but I got standards. Like, there's some shit that I'm just not going to fucking deal with.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, another fucking Charles. Not going to deal with that.
No.
On to the next. No. You know what I mean? So, but also, like, I'm not expecting anything. You just go with it.
Right. But does your definition of standards, does that correlate with your definition of respect? Like, what are your standards in bed?
Well, my standards, I guess.
Get dive deep, baby.
Standards in bed. I mean, definitely have to orgasm. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Like, okay. I mean, I think it's a standard to be like, I don't want to just feel like I'm just getting fucked. I mean, I guess there's people who do like that, I guess, but for me, like, I guess the standards is not about like what we have in bed. It's more about like the person that I'm sleeping with.
Right.
Is where the standards come in. Like, I'm not going to just like, now I'm at this point where it's like, whatever, I've had one night stands. It was fun at that moment, whatever.
Sometimes
like,
not.
Sometimes not. Sometimes it wasn't that great.
Most of the time not.
Sometimes you always end up just being like, oh, why did I do that? But like, whatever. We all need to go through it, right?
Right.
I mean, so the standards I have is towards him, you know, making sure that like he does give me the respect regardless of like what we do in bed.
Right.
You know, and then like the expectations. I mean, I guess it's like relationship wise, I don't have expectations, but in bed, I do. I have to have an orgasm.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
See, but so that's how your like standards and expectations start to like morph together.
Right.
That's my whole point, is like, because that's where I was saying standards. I feel like your standards should always be high with like the man you're with, the men you sleep with, how you should be treated.
Right.
But like expectations, in my opinion, I feel like what goes under that category is like whether or not you orgasm, whether or not he goes down on you, whether or not you go down on him. It's kind of like the logistics of sex in a way. And I feel like that's different for everyone, but that's what I was so curious about. It was like, do we hold such high expectations of like, well, if I give him a blowjob, he should be eating me out?
Right. But that's always like a cliche expectation of someone. You know what I mean? I don't really care about that.
I don't think I do either.
Like, I mean, I've given Bobby a head, but like he hasn't given me head or anything like that. And I feel like it will eventually come, but I'm not like, well, I gave you head, so why don't you give? I feel like that's a guy thing. I feel like guys think like that. Like, I gave you head, like why don't you give me head?
Well, but I know. Yeah, right? I'm sure. I think it's like a guy thing.
I feel like it's a guy thing.
But I know so many girls that are like, I'm not. First of all, I know so many girls that just don't like giving blowjobs in general.
I don't really like to either, but I'll do it if I like it. I'm just like, I don't know. I've said this so many times. I'm just like very, I'm a bougie hoe. So I'm very like particular on the dick. Like not even the person. Like, well, the person, yes. But also like if it's too big, like I'm not going to do it because it's not going to fit. Like it's not going to be good. So why would I waste my time?
Right.
Yeah.
I think, okay, this sounds so douchey, but I'm so competitive just like with everything in life, especially with myself, but like just with everything. And I feel like when I get something that or if I feel like I'm good at something, or if I'm like getting a prize for something, right. I'm like, yes, let's keep going. Let's get better. Let's improve. Like, you're welcome, then, because that's something for me. And I really don't know what it was. I was such a late bloomer. Didn't lose my virginity until I was in college. I didn't like kiss a boy until like end of high school. Yeah. And then it just some switch flipped, man.
But everyone has to have that. I mean, I have friends who literally had their whole phase in high school.
Yeah. No,
you know? It's different for everybody.
Yeah. I was never, I mean, to this day, I obviously like men and I've had fun and dating and stuff like that, but I've always been such a big friends girl that I just, I don't care. And so, yeah, I bloomed late. I not even bloomed late. I was just, all my friends were having sex. I just was like, I don't
feel like having sex with anybody.
I don't even think that, though. Like, I don't ever think sex was even on my radar. It was just...
Sex was on my radar from the moment I got my period for the first time.
No, girl, the first blowjob. Oh, my God.
I was... Actually, even before I got my period, a bitch was thinking about sex from an early age.
Oh, I think I was, like, scared of it, but the first time I gave a blowjob, the guy fell asleep. He fell asleep on me.
And would that affect you? Because I feel like if a guy fell asleep on me giving him a blowjob, I feel like I'd be embarrassed.
Well, but here's...
Okay, you shouldn't be embarrassed, fuck it. But like...
Right. Well, I don't know if I was embarrassed. More so it's just like... because I was so inexperienced, that was the first time I'd ever seen like a penis. Like other than like videos that you see at school or something. Yeah. But that was like the first time I'd like touched one. I'd like ever done anything like that. And so I didn't know how it was supposed to work. So I literally had been giving a blowjob to like a soft limp dick for maybe 15 minutes.
Oh my God. Shut the fuck up.
This isn't
You're like, I don't know the difference between a hard dick and a soft limp one.
No, I really didn't. This was like a week before I left for college. And Ava, which she's been on the pod before.
Yeah, hookup culture.
My best friend, she was on the other side of the couch. And I like got up at a certain point because I'm like, damn, this fucking hurts. Like my jaw hurts. I'm tired. Like getting no feedback. And I don't know why I just didn't like I was like, he's asleep. Like why didn't I put the two and two together? But Ava looked over and she's like, Rachel, he's passed out. And I was like, oh, so it's not supposed to be like this? She's like, no, we have to go. So we left him with his pants down at like this was like in a parent's, like we're 18 years old.
Right.
So it was like at one of our friends' parents' house. And we just
that
left.
Is hilarious.
But now I'm really good at it. So
I'm great at head too. It's just like not on all dicks.
What's the difference?
I have a small mouth.
Okay. I've been mine is like obnoxiously large. Like
let me see. Let me see. Oh yeah, you do.
It's huge.
Mine is small.
Oh my! I mean, I probably could fit this microphone.
Like there was one time this guy's dick was so big, and he like wanted me to give him head, so I like was like, okay, I'm just gonna like lick it. So I literally was just licking it and up and down like, because I was trying, like I was actually trying to put it in my mouth. It could not fit because it was like I felt my teeth scraping against it. So I was like, I can't. And I even told him, I was like, it's too big. I can't really do this, you know, but I just was like licking it, like the top part, whatever. Like I was like, I'm just going to do my best. So ever since then, I've always been kind of insecure. Like I'm like, like I could tell now, like if I feel a penis, if it could fit in my mouth, like just by touching it, I'm like, okay, this is doable.
That's so funny.
And like, not saying only small dicks can get head from me. But it's like, but there's like those obnoxiously like large ones, and like honestly,
because you don't go for those white boys. You gotta live with your decisions, girl. You did that to yourself.
I'm going with dudes with big days. That's all I gotta say.
You did that to yourself. I don't even feel bad for you at all. I really don't.
Whatever. I don't give a fuck. But anyways, in bed, like what's something that you like expect and like want and like love to do? You know, like for me, like I love being on, like I have to be on top. Like, I'm sorry. Like we're not
that.
Like,
I mean, I love that for you.
Thank you. Like I honestly like I would much rather be on top the whole time. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with that. Like missionary, it's really just for you, boo. Like it's not really for me.
Right.
Not that it doesn't feel good, but it's just like it doesn't do.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't really have like I don't have bad opinions or like good opinions on missionary. I think the biggest thing for me, I don't even want to put like specifics on it. It's just like attention. because I feel like if I am not getting attention or if I'm not being thought of, which is very, very, very common, especially when you're in your like quote unquote hoe phase.
Right.
For guy, I mean, like I cared about them too much either, but I am by nature a pretty caring person.
Right.
I feel like what makes a bedroom experience fun is both people like passionate about each other.
Right. Like I love, like for me, like I love making out during sex. Like I'm sorry, like we have to like as maybe like a little like
that's what gets the
fucking
juices
and rough
going.
It may be, but like I want it to be passionate. Like
yeah.
I don't want to like just have you just penetrate me and not kiss me.
No, I'm sorry, but sometimes when I watch porn, like the moment that gets it for me is when they start to make out.
I love making out.
Weird?
I love
happens.
making out.
Yeah. I was always like, it's not even anything super aggressive right now, but like the second they go in to like make out with each other or play with the tongues, I'm like, oh, I'm done.
Like this is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also like when there's a lot of communication too. Like I like when a guy is just like when they're telling me I'm beautiful, they're telling me that I'm sexy, they're telling me that like my pussy's wet.
Okay, yeah, I like communication, but maybe a little more raunchy than that.
Like, tell me, like what? Like what?
I just like the dirty talk.
I love dirty talk too.
I love dirty talk.
I love when they're saying like you need this dick, huh? This dick is fucking like the other day 2 days ago I was having sex with Bobby and he was just like you can't handle this dick, but I was like I can handle this dick. You know what I mean? Like I was like this
mama can handle it.
Mama can handle this dick. And you know, but I was like that was kind of hot. I was like okay, tell me that I want this dick.
Mine's definitely, I think I like it the other way around. It goes back to the attention thing of like I like being told how I feel, like how how I feel to them.
Right.
Or,
I love when they describe it to me. And it's just like, oh, it's so fucking tight.
Yes. See, that's what gets me going.
Or like you're so wet right now. Oh,
or bitch.
I'm getting horny right now.
I know. I think I could know.
I need to get it
together. Our night apart.
We're about to hit up our dudes. Like,
I'm gonna be like, you up?
WYA.
What time is it? It's early enough.
Yeah,
it's a school night, but it's early enough.
It's fine.
Yeah, no, I definitely. Well, and if they don't moan too, I can't.
I hate when dudes are quiet.
No, that's another thing in porn that gets me off. Is like the finishing point is when a guy has a good old fashioned. Like you know what he's feeling. You can feel it.
Right.
That like.
Yeah.
When I can tell they're enjoying. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think honestly, and what I'm realizing now is I feel like in my head when I can feel how they're feeling because I'm making them feel that way. I'm like, maybe it's a power thing. Maybe it is a power thing. No, you're not fucked up. No.
Okay, here's the thing. We're all a little fucked up.
We're all a little fucked up.
We're all a little fucked up.
100%.
But I mean, for me, like, okay, I'll be honest. I'm super quiet when I'm orgasming.
Really?
I'm so quiet. Like they can never tell when I'm about to orgasm or when I'm in an orgasm.
I think maybe I am sometimes. I don't really know. I know I shake.
Yeah, because it's like orgasms are kind of rare. Like it's been such a new thing for me. So
that's right.
Yeah. So when I'm about to come, I'm like,
welcome.
Yeah. Like I'm so like I don't want to tell them like and communicate with them like I'm coming. I'm just like I'm so focused on that fucking orgasm.
Right.
I don't want to ruin it. Mm-hmm. So I'm quiet. So they're always like, oh, did you come? I was like,
yes.
Yeah.
See, I think I don't know if I actually make noise, but my body does. Like ooh. I'm one of those arch the back, whole body shake kind of thing.
Oh shit, bitch.
Yeah. But if it's like really good, and I've actually learned over time, like faking does nobody any good. So
it's a waste of time. Don't do it.
It's a waste of time.
I mean, I guess like I can understand like faking it just to end it.
Mm-hmm. I would.
You're tired, but like,
fake it 9 out of 10 times in hoe face with just whoever. But like now that I'm in a relationship, it's like that. It's very much like a very communicative thing, right? Where like it's not gonna get good. It's not gonna be good if you don't tell each other what you like. And I will say it's like the best sex I've like ever had, just because
everyone says that when they get like into a relationship after a hoe phase, they're just like that was the best I've ever had.
I've had one other relationship in the past, and we've talked about it was just super unhealthy, and there was a lot of like mental and physical abuse, and it just like the whole timeline of it was so weird. Like I was obsessed with him, and then tables turned and he was obsessed with me.
Right.
That our sex, I always in my head thought that we had like an okay sex with. Yeah. But this is so weird. It's so different because what we have is like a very good, like healthy, happy thing. And I don't know. It's weird. I will say this is going to get to his head, but he's the first guy that's been able to make me come every single time within like minutes.
Wow.
And I don't know if that's because
it's because you're comfortable. You're comfortable and you like are so emotionally attached to him already.
Well, I think it's a combination of me being...
And also your experience.
Right. That's true.
It's like it comes with experience too, you know what I mean?
Well, and I think it's a combination of like me being comfortable and allowing myself to just like relax in that kind of situation, because that's honestly where like orgasms happen, from like being relaxed instead of feeling pressured or like forced to do it
or insecure.
Yeah. And we'll give it to him. He's he's good, but I mean, he's good in general, but also because we've like communicated with the way I like it and the way he likes it as well. But now like he does the thing. I'm like, that's the thing. We got a thing. And he does it. And that's all you got to do. And then it's fun. Oh, I don't want to talk about the thing. I want to give it away. No. I don't know. I'm very much like, I think every woman is a very like external stimulated orgasm, but he does this thing where it starts on the outside, goes on the inside, out and out and out. It's like a little rub down to the inside, back and forth.
With his hands?
Yes.
Okay. See, that's common.
And that's it.
Because it's like, as he's penetrating, he's like feeling you and stuff. But I never orgasmed like that before. Like guys will do that to me, and I'm like, stop. So no one's ever rubbed my clit the right way.
Oh no. If it's just rubbing the clit, I need to do it. I don't know why, and I feel bad. Like it's
that's never not, like that's a common thing. Yeah, because you know yourself more than anyone.
Yeah. And it's not even. It's just like sometimes when they just try to focus on it, it's too hard, or it's not hard enough, or then they start to like
fucking rocking the DJ.
Like,
yeah, and it hurts. It gets a little sore.
Yeah, it's like that's not doing it.
Right.
But he does this thing where it like does both the outside and the in, and it just
like he's fingering you and like rubbing you at the same time.
It's like a motion. The camera wants to see.
Show the camera.
It like starts at the clit and then goes in and then back up, but like in a pressured way. So there's like pressure going. Yeah, it's like a rock the boat.
Rock the boat. We're like doing it in the camera right now. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, but that makes sense.
Broke girl therapy.